Hey everyone, welcome to A Fistful of Dice. My name is Matt, and this video is going to be about technology at the table. And this video is inspired by, I was looking at some game tables made by the company Geek Chic, and they specialize in tables for gamers, war gamers, RPGers, anything, board games, anything like that. Their tables are just beautiful. I'll leave a link down below so you can go check them out. But they build them they build them completely customized for you, and they are quite expensive, but they're also they're beautiful pieces of furniture. Many of them can be used as both dining tables and game tables. There's one in particular that I am a big fan of that I would like to get someday way down the line, called the Vizier, that actually opens up. You take the top off of it, and it's a game table underneath, and there's little player stations that fold down, and all of their tables have like a rail system on them that you can put dice towers on and cup holders on and all sorts of really, really awesome things. And they've got this new table coming out called the Locus. And what the Locus is it's a normal size table, but instead of like a lowered area with a grid on it and stuff like the rest of their tables, the table has a giant touch screen, a multi-touch screen. It's a screen that can run various kinds of software on it. I mean, you can run, Windows, Linux, Mac OS stuff on it. And it basically allows you to use mapping software, programs like Roll20 or other things, in lieu of terrain and miniatures and things like that. Basically, everyone at the table can touch the screen. It can register like something insane, like 12,000 simultaneous multi-touch gestures at a time, which is, you're never going to do that. So everyone can move things around. You can zoom in, zoom out, run different things on it. It's a really neat thing. It's an amazing piece of technology, one that I'm sure would be a joy to use. And I don't think I would ever use anything like that. And so this video is going to be like, how far do you let technology go? Or how much do you use technology at the table? And I don't mean in prep. Everyone uses laptops and stuff like that in prep, or some people don't, but it's normal enough to use a computer before the game or use your iPad before the game. But during the game, whether you're playing or running the game, how much do you utilize technology? Are you completely old school? Do you just use paper and pencils and dice and that's it? Or have you brought different things, different technologies to the table that you can use? I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I like tangible things. I like tactile feelings. I like to be able to reach out and touch something and move it, or roll a dice in my hand onto the table. I much prefer paper most of the time to a computer screen. I've never used a laptop at the table, and I'm not a big fan of phones and laptops being out at the table. But recently, I have acquired a secondhand iPad, and it's made GMing a lot, not easier, but it has made it more efficient for me. No piece of technology makes me or anyone a better GM, but it makes the process a little bit more efficient. My iPad, I have the PFRPG RD, which is the complete Pathfinder source reference documents, searchable with indexes, all on your iPad. Made by the same person as PF Battle, which is an amazing piece of software. This is a Pathfinder battle manager with stats for every single monster in all of the Pathfinder bestiaries. It allows you to input information about your players, track initiative, track health, and conditions. It's amazing. It's a really awesome app. As I'm playing, I use Spellbook, which is a software that allows you to track your spells and bring up all of the information on those spells. I don't have paper character sheets anymore. I have all of my character sheets in my iPad, and I just use them like that. I really have embraced this technology, and it feels a little bit different with an iPad or a tablet than it does with a laptop, because you're swiping, you're interacting with it, and it takes up a little bit less room at the table. I mean, you can't pick up your laptop and wave it around. I mean, you could, but you'd look like a madman. But you can have this in your lap, or prop it up in front of you. It's a really great piece of technology, and I use it as a GM and as a player. Another piece of technology that I use at the table is my iPod and a little portable speaker. I'm a big fan of music and ambiance to help with immersion, and we almost always have some sort of music or ambience loop going during the game, just sort of quietly in the background, and this is a really handy tool to have at the table. But since I've just recently sort of embrace these things at the table, I have to wonder, like, is my opinion on technology at the table going to change further? When I look at that Locust table, when I see that touchscreen interface, what I think now is, why don't you just play on the computers? I mean, yeah, you're sitting across from each other, you're still interacting, but I don't know. Gaming is gaming, I suppose. I mean, it doesn't matter what's in front of you at the table. If you're sitting at a table gaming with your friends, gaming is gaming. But for me, something is lost when you don't have anything tangible in front of you. But then I think about it and I'm like, well, what's theater of the mind? You don't have anything tangible there. Sometimes, I mean, you can game without character sheets, without dice, without miniatures. And you're not missing out on anything, any core element. Sure, I prefer miniatures. Sure, I prefer terrain. I just spent 12 hours today casting some 3D terrain. I'd be lying if I said that I prefer gaming with terrain, with visible, tangible things. And yeah, technology is a great tool, but my question for you guys is, how far does technology go at your table? What technologies do you use at the table, if any? Do you use tablets? Do you use smartphones? Do you use laptops? What do you allow at the table from your players as a GM? So I'm really interested to hear your thoughts, guys. This is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, and I mean, I'm pretty sure on my stance on it, but it's also like, I'm going to evolve as a person and as a GM, and who knows, 5-6 years down the line, if my GM style or the way that I game is going to look anything like it does now. So, because if I think back on my play style 5 years ago, it's different now than it was then, so who's to say? So anyway, I will leave a link down below for those beautiful Geek Chic tables. Definitely check those out. They're just, oh man. I mean, you could build one your own cheaper, but I mean, these tables, they're seriously beautiful pieces of furniture, so definitely check them out. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I'm very interested in hearing your responses. Please feel free to make video responses if you so choose. And also a quick reminder, do not forget, this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live Tabletop Tales on Google Hangouts. Be there or have something more important to do.